Hello humans. So, if you want to guess what I haven't been doing, the answer is absolutely anything. At the moment, I'm a complete wreck, so pardon any mess you might see. For this episode, I'm going to be customizing some notebook covers. I prefer writing in like composition books, but they're really boring looking, so I just put new covers on them so I have something interesting to write in. They're what I prefer writing in, so I like giving them new covers that kind of reflect what's going to be put in them. So NaNoWriMo's a thing. I've been pretty much a disaster ever since then. Kind of fell off the wagon a few days in and just never managed to get caught back up. I tried, but it just doesn't really, it's not really compatible with how I like to write. Although it's such a fun thing and I want to be able to do it, it just, by the end of it, it's never gives me something that I can be proud of. It's never the kind of first draft that I want. I prefer taking my time with stuff and just giving it a minute so that it's better, so that there's less to be done with it after that. So yeah, the kind of weird spiral that sent me into is probably why I'm 2 months late with updates on that and a month late with New Year's stuff. So you can probably guess, Nano did not go well for me. Like I said, I fell off the boat pretty quick. I managed to get 2 or 3 chapters done, but then, I don't know, it just kind of fell apart on me. It's not that I didn't think I could do it, I knew that I could, it's just, it felt like so much and I didn't know how to break it up into smaller chunks, and just, school stuff was piling up and family stuff was piling up. It was just a disaster of a month. But hey, progress is progress. I got a few chapters done. I probably could have guessed that that was what was going to happen. Because for me, jumping right into something, like trying to do a chapter a day, that just, for me, I burn out pretty quick when I do that. I have to work my way up to things like that. So, that's actually become one of my New Year's things. Where I'd like to start with like a chapter a week, and then by the end of the year be up to a chapter a day, or at least a chapter every 2 or 3 days. I think that's doable. Well, I don't think it's doable. I know it's doable. Gotta manifest that. Filmed a few little clips that I was going to have in a NaNoWriMo wrap-up video, so I'll put them in here just for a few of the days. I only did that for the first few days before the horrific burnout, so there's not very much. So, it is 1 a.m. on technically November 2nd, and I just finished the first chapter of this, which is good but not great considering I kind of wanted to do another chapter tonight, but it's fine. We're still somewhat on track. Today is the 8th. I'm waiting for Kate and Becca's live write-in to start. Working on some stuff in the meantime. Hey, so it's the 10th day, technically the 11th because it's past midnight, but I'm definitely going to have to change it to a chapter every 2 or 3 days rather than a chapter every day. I'd still like to eventually work up to a chapter a day, but right now I can't do that. I'm too out of practice. So for the month, my new goal would be like, if I can do at least 10 chapters, I'll be happy. More would be great, but 10's good. Although honestly, any progress I make is good progress. I also talked briefly about New Year's goals. The general result of that is we're working on it, but not yet. The chapter a day thing, working towards it, but we're not there yet. A first draft of Torchflower, again, working on it, but not yet. Getting all my short story outlines done, working on it, but not yet. But I'm confident. All my New Year's resolutions last year, I kind of set them like a lot late, like with maybe 3 months left of the year. So the fact is, I was kind of setting myself up to fail there, which is not ideal. But you know, that's life. I think for this year, since I'm starting it early and have already been working on it since the actual new year, I think I'll be able to do better. So basically the goals for this year are the chapter a day thing, getting a first draft of Torchflower done, which I would like to get finished by May? I think May. I think that's about how it lines up for me to be able to finish everything. It would have to be about May. But you know, that's the main one for this year, so if it takes longer, that's fine. And then after that, I'm going to be reworking the outline for the other novel I'm working on, like in depth at the moment, Roxy and Hawthorne, the dinosaur one. The outline for it it's pretty thorough, but it's also pretty old, so a lot of the story has changed in my mind. So I'm just going to go through, refresh it, set it up how I have newer outlines set up, and just make it a little easier to work with. For short story and poetry stuff, I've elected that I would like to finish one a month. I finished the one for January, and I think it turned out pretty darn well. I'm really happy with it. It's funny, like, the original poem turned out to be, like, very different from the final version, which I wasn't really expecting. Like, they kept the same general theme, but for the most part, they're just completely different. Like, I thought it would definitely get edited and stuff, but I thought it would still stay pretty similar, but it changed quite a lot. As for the 2 novels that I have drafts of done, also by the end of the year, I'd like to have them reread and have new outlines for them done in the style that I do now. Because I really like those stories. I think I've talked about this before. I really like those stories, but they just need to be refreshed and redone. They're not as good as they could be. I have faith in them, but they're not where they need to be yet. I would also like to be doing a YouTube video every month now, which seems like so little. And technically this one is being filmed in January, so I'm counting it, even if it's going to be uploaded in February. It counts. I'm not really 100% sure what next month's will be yet, but we'll find out when we get there. Also, school goals. Don't fail. That would be great. So first notebook cover, done. So my name's Amanda, obviously, and my nickname from my little brother for several years now has been Panda, because that's his favorite animal and it rhymes. So I really like that. That's actually the dust jacket from my kid's book. Don't worry, the book is fine. The cover thing was really beat up, so I just took it off because the cover underneath was exactly the same, so I don't know why it even had a dust jacket. But it's cute, so I'm glad I got a notebook like that. So this next notebook is quite a bit more complicated. It's not one big sheet like that one was. It's a lot of little sheets put together like a collage, but it's just a million Disney princess logos that I've collected off of everything. Because, fun fact, I absolutely live for the Disney princesses. I freaking adore them. Mulan's my favorite, so I'm really looking forward to the live action movie. I know there's like a lot of controversy around that, but she's my girl. I gotta see it. I'm probably gonna love it. I've been thinking a lot recently about like what I actually want to do and what I don't want to do. YouTube's one of the things I've been thinking about. Because like I have so many ideas for videos, and I have this version of my future self that I can see, and they do YouTube videos. And I think that's amazing. Like, it's cool. Just a neat way to document your life and get your thoughts out into the world. But I don't know if I'm currently in a place where it's something that's going to come easily for me. Like, obviously you can't see this, but I just sit here for minutes at a time trying to figure out words. Because words are not something that comes easily to me, at least not out loud. Haha. Writer, words don't come easily. It's just different talking. I'm awful at talking. I'm the worst at conversation because I can never think of anything to say. And this is like a conversation, but completely one-sided, so there's not even anyone who can give me ideas. It's literally just me occasionally glancing at a sheet of paper of things that I wrote down that I might like to talk about. And that has pretty much run out for this one. And I'd like to at least finish this notebook by the time this video is over. Because just doing the one that's literally the most basic way to make a notebook, that's not enough. Well, it's enough, but I'd prefer for there to be a bit more. But yeah, I've just been feeling weird about it. Because this future version of me, I absolutely adore them. Like, I can picture them so clearly. But I'm not sure I could ever really get there. Like, I feel like the person they are is inside me somewhere, but I don't know if I'll ever be able to, like, let them out. I have no idea if this makes any sense. I worry so much of the time that I'm just wasting my time on things. Am I wasting my time trying YouTube? Am I wasting my time writing? Am I wasting my time doing college? Just anything and everything. I'm so afraid that it's all just gonna be for nothing. But at the same time, there's none of it that I would change. And I know that, like, at the moment, all I can do is keep moving forward and keep trying to become that version of myself that I can see. But sometimes it just feels so far away. And it's not that I don't believe in myself. I believe in myself. I know that if I put a lot of effort into it, I could do it. But I don't know if that's what's gonna make me happy. Like, I know what I want out of life. I know how I want to feel. I know what I want to do. But that's just who I am right now. I don't know who I'm gonna be tomorrow, who I'm gonna be in 10 years. I don't know if that's what's gonna make them happy. But at the same time, I won't know what'll make them happy until I'm there, so what are you to do? But I guess I've come somewhat to the conclusion that all you can do is take it one step at a time, figure it out as you go along. Nobody really knows what they want to do with their entire life. You just have to fake it till you figure it out. The best advice I ever heard, it's actually come very similar advice from two different sources. It came from Neil Gaiman and also Disney's cinematic masterpiece, Frozen 2. The advice basically consists of, even if you have no idea where you're going, take it one step at a time. The entire future is way too big to comprehend, so just take it a little at a time. It's easy and hard. I guess I'm just at a point in my life where I'm trying to figure out everything at once. Because, like, I've got a year and a half left of college, and then God knows what comes after that. So, as the advice goes, I'm just taking it one step at a time as far as I can go. It's so weird, because I know where I'd like to be. I know what I'd like to be doing, but the extent to which I can do that at the moment is just, it's so weird. Because, like, I'm 20. I can't drive. I've never had, like, a real job. So I'm basically a complete mooch off of my parents. I'm just an absolute lump on a damn log. But I don't know what of that I can change, at least easily, quickly. At the moment, all I'm doing is just trying my best to figure it out. I don't know how it's gonna end. I don't know where I'm gonna end up. But hey, all you can do is try. But yeah, the version of myself I see in the future, I just don't know if that's attainable, but I really don't know what else to shoot for. So, I'm trying my best to be like them. I'm trying to write more. I'm doing YouTube. I'm gonna figure out driving and get a damn job. I just want to be happy with myself. And I know that that's possible, and it's not that I'm not there. It's that I know I could be there more. Like, I'm fine with who I am as a person. I just don't know that I'm fine with where I am in life. I'd like to be doing more, but I don't know how to do that. I'd like to be trying things, but I don't know what to try. I'd like to spend more time with people. I'd like to... There's just so many things that I want to do in my lifetime, and I don't know how to do it all. I don't know. I just don't know. And I guess that's the big thing about being, like, college age. You just don't know. That's pretty much your life. The answer to every question you're asked, I don't know. And that's absolutely terrifying. One step at a time. Every day, do something that takes you closer to where you want to be. No matter how big or small that might be. That's all you can do. So that's what I'm doing. I think I'm going to cut it here for a while and then just show you this notebook when it's done. Because I've pretty much run out of stuff to talk about. So, see you in a bit. So, here's the finished notebook. It's approximately 10,000 Disney Princess logos literally all over it. Since we're officially on quarantine for the next week or two, hopefully that means I'll be able to get a couple more videos out. Since my entire family's home, I'll probably only be able to film in the dead of night, so prepare for crappy lighting. And that's all. Bye.
Hey, Ginger.